This is a great image of a respectable, classy, beautiful woman.
For you to point out this well-dressed sister here to make me feel some type of way about myself becomes a problem.
Let me get you.
Reason I have never said I do is because I don't.
I've been married, and I couldn't sign up for bad sex.
Test drive.
So if we enter a relationship with anything that's about me, then I don't believe that we're ready.
You are watching Single on a Saturday night, and we want to define single. Single is anyone who is not married. That means you may have a relationship, your status might be as complicated, but you are not married. So I'm going to tell you about myself. I'm Shelly Williams, and I am single, and I've been single for a little over 2 years. That was my last relationship that was really serious, was 2 years. I was engaged. I've been engaged three times, never made it to the marriage, but anyway, the last one, he left and got married 2 months after he left. So anyway, that's my story. I'm single and happy about it. So I want to know what your status is.
I'm Danielle Patterson. I'm a local attorney here in Philadelphia. And I guess according to your definition, I qualify as single, but I am dating. I am here to address this phenomenon that they tell me that I am more likely to get hit by a bus than to actually get myself a husband at this age, as I've reached that magical marker for educated black women that is 30 years old. So we're going to see. Y'all think I'm going to get hit by a bus or I'm going to get me a man? I think I'm going to get me a man.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pastor Michael. He's senior pastor at Living Waters Ministries. I am happily married, have been divorced, have been remarried, and just here to try to encourage all of those seeking to one day be married, and that you might learn from some of my mistakes.
Hi, I am Alicia Cheatham. I am 35 years old. I am single. Last relationship I was in was probably about over 5 years ago. Never been married, but I do look forward to being married one day.
Hi, my name is Yana B. I'm single. My last relationship was 6 years ago. Previous to that, I was in one for 11. But I'm happily single, and I'm from Philly.
Hello, my name is Nikki. I am happily married, and I am also dating. I am happily married. I will be celebrating my 16th wedding anniversary April 1st, and I am dating.
Yeah, she cheating.
Go ahead.
My name is Joe Carter. I'm recently single. I was with somebody for 22 years, but she passed on. Thank you. And that's why I'm single. Thank you, babe.
Hello, everyone. I am Karima Dawson, but everyone knows me as Miss K. And yes, I am happily single. Yes, I was in a very long relationship, and it didn't work out. So, of course, I'm single and still very happy. And I am very happy to be here with everyone today. We had a great show the last time, and I am looking forward to all the questions, and hopefully I will be married soon. I'm a little, I will say, but I'm working on that.
Hello, I'm Hassan Fisher, and I think I'm going to take Ms. K on that offer of marriage soon. No, I was just joking. I'm here. My name is Hassan Fisher. I was married twice. I've been in my first marriage was 10 years. My second one was 5. And I seem to can't get it right for some reason. So I'm here to try to figure out exactly how can I get it together in terms of relationships, and definitely looking forward to do it a third time. All right?
All right, well, we're going to hear from the audience. We want to hear you. Come on, let him tell a story. Let him tell his story.
I don't really have a story. How y'all doing? I'm Vernon Ray. That's my friends over there, yeah. Never been married. I guess according to the rules, I'm single as well. I'm a young entrepreneur just trying to find my way out here, trying to stay out of trouble and just be the example that everybody kind of want to see instead of talking about the example, this, that, the other. I just want to be that example, giving young brothers and sisters just something to look forward to, showing them that things can be done in their life. You know, I've been in business for 2 years now, doing photography and videography, and coming from the situation that I've been in, whew, it was a rough start. You know, it's kind of like a nothing to something story. I don't want to drag it on too long.
Please don't. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just gonna give you a little bit, but that's pretty much what it is.
Pass the mic.
Yeah.
Pass the mic.
I started to feel like it's my show.
Pass the mic. I want to hear from you.
Hi. Most of you know me. For those of you who don't, I'm Tamika, Lady M. I'm single, happily single. My last relationship was about 8 months ago. So it's new, but I'm happy.
As long as you happy, I'm happy too.
I forgot to mention one thing. I forgot to mention that I am an author. So y'all make sure y'all get that book over there. All right? Thank you.
Okay, it's awesome. All right, well, today we're going to get into the topic. We're going to get into the topic, and we're going to talk about Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Now, in this book, he talks about what women want, and he says that the only way we can be satisfied if we have 4 different types of men. One is an old man to spend his pension, as well as he won't want sex because he's all dried up and may not want it. The next one is a mandingo who can handle it in the bedroom. And we also want a gay man that can just come out and shop with us. And the next one is an ugly man because he'll be at our beck and call. So the question is, do you think that you can find all that in one man? Do you think it's possible for one man to please you? Oh, do you think so, ladies? This is a ladies' question right now.
Wait a minute, I just want to understand. So are you saying that we want this all at one point in our lives, or is it that we want them, do we want them all at one point in our lives, or is it that at different points in our lives we need a different kind of man? What's the question there?
The question is, do you think that it's possible that one man can give you all of that and can please you? Can be the old man, can give you all that and please you all at once? Because he's saying we need 4 men. So how are we going to get 4 men?
I do.
You do?
It is possible, but not probable. Not in my world. I don't know what kind of people y'all are meeting, but I haven't met that one man yet that was enough to satisfy me. All of my needs.
Wait, hold up. But you're married.
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Married
and you're dating.
and happily dating.
So,
happily dating.
I'm just trying to figure all that out. How do you propose you're going to find it while you're still married?
With honesty, with trust. I don't cheat. I don't hide. I don't do any of that. If I looked at you right now and I told you I'm married and I have a man at home and I call him up and say, I met this fine chocolate brother and he wants to take me out for a drink, would you tell me no, we don't want to go now? I told you I had a man. Would you really not take me?
Well, hold up. Can y'all hear me? No, I'm not going to take you. That sounds crazy. Okay. Okay.
Well, I think you can find that, well, you can make that man all those things, okay? If you meet someone and you're attractive and you're dating, you have to, not give and take, but sometimes you have to give, take, and teach. Because Ms. K will show you or tell you and then show you exactly what it takes to make me happy and vice versa. So if you say you don't like lima beans, I won't cook lima beans. So if I tell you I like swings when I come home, if it's a swing there, lesson well learned. So I have to learn how to please He'll have to learn how to please. I'm not going to take you for hours and hours in the mall like I do my entourage, but yeah, I will take you and try on some clothes for you. I'll introduce you to those things. So he'll want to do those things and say, oh, you're going shopping? I'm going too.
So you're going to mold this man. And
yes, I will.
You're going to put a clay dough on the floor and you're going to mold him into what you want.
If that person is worth it.
Is he going to be well packaged?
If he's worth it, then yes, I will.
I just asked.
She didn't say mold. She said make.
She's going to make.
How you going to make somebody? How you going to make somebody?
Well,
what's that Frankenstein? What's the one with the Frankenstein?
Not
she
make.
Gonna make them?
Teach.
There you go.
Okay? I'm not going to force you to do it, because if I have to force you, then it won't work out.
Talking about somebody in their early 20s?
No, I'm not. That's not what I date.
There's not much you're going to teach a 40-something-year-old.
And I want to.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, like my grandmother told me, that from 18 to 25 is who you want. From 25 to 30 is who wants you. And after 30 is who the hell can I get. So if you think that you're gonna just get this man and you're gonna teach him, unfortunately, I think that we done missed a part of their lives when we can teach them, because just like women, and I'm just going to take this back because men think too many times that they can train us women, especially in today's society, because we have somehow become all things to all men and all women. That's, it's what we do. The Superwoman age is upon us. So I think that it's unfair to now say that I'm going to take this man and I'm going to do him like a dog and I'm going to train him in the way he should go so he shall not stray from it. So I don't know. I can definitely say that we can learn, and we can learn each other's ways and likes and dislikes. But I don't know. I don't want to get a step and fetch. Not me.
Just to piggyback on that, on a men's perspective, and if that works for a child, of course we know women, they are the nurturers, and they're the first educators. So in retrospect, you would definitely look at a woman as being an educator or someone who can teach and train, but that's in the childhood stages. So when you're a man, you grow up already knowing, it's in your nature to grow up already knowing how to be a man, and you learn that throughout life and throughout the people that's nurturing you and that's cultivating you and making you, and raising you to be a good person. So I think we missed the focus is not just when a woman, you meet a woman and she raises you to be, the good old boy that you want him to be. He should already be, prepped for that. He should be the man that's already up, ready for, a relationship and ready for learning how to be a husband.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think to piggyback on your point, that whenever we approach a relationship, male or female, with I'm going to fix this person, I think we go into it with the wrong mentality and the wrong mindset. Mature relationships, we're not talking about high school sweethearts and all that nonsense, but as a mature adult, when you enter a relationship, it's a meeting of the minds. And I agree with you with sharing your likes and your dislikes. But I encounter too many people that spent too many years trying to fix somebody, and now they're upset saying, I've wasted 8 years of my life, 5 years of my life, 10 years of my life, 15 years of my life trying to fix somebody. I don't want somebody I can fix. When I was seeking my wife and I was praying and talking to God and was dating, it was I want somebody who can meet me where I am and who can add to me, bring something to the table. So I think that's the way we ought to approach it.
And you're absolutely right. So I can present this so everybody will know. I meant pleasing, because you can have all four things that Steve Harvey is, in his opinion, stating. Can we have all that? If a person wants to please their mate, then yes, you can.
Well, you're right, please them, but so we say Steve Harvey. We don't have to agree with everything Steve Harvey said. This is just what he was saying, so that was the whole point. But go ahead, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Well, as far as the shopping part, I don't shop. Like, I go into a clothing store and I look at the mannequin. If I like what the mannequin got on, then I'll go ahead and buy it. Okay, that's how I shop. She won't get me on the shopping part. But, it's some things that she was saying kind of relates to the relationship that I was in, sort of, because we were young and she was a strong woman, and they say women mature quicker than men, and while I was still in that little boy stage, she was growing up to be a woman, but she wanted me, And yeah, I gotta say that she really put her foot in the action to get me to where I'm at today. I gotta have to say that. I gotta agree to that.
So that's what's up. It's possible. Did you have a comment?
Thank you. Make sure y'all get that book.
Anybody in the audience have anything to say? What? Plaid shirt. Plaid shirt. Did you have something to say?
Hello? Okay.
Whoa.
Can I stand up? Okay, here we go. Basically, I'm going to just touch back on what she was talking about there, okay? Basically, it's like, it's like a master and a student. A master trains a student only to beat him, correct? Basically, at a certain point, as a woman trying to train a man, at a certain point, she expects him to teach her something back. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's basically vice versa, 50-50 in a relationship, you know what I mean? Love, marriage and things like that, you know what I mean? That's all fine and dandy if you have trust. Period. That's all I want to say. Thank you. I love you guys.
Anybody? Great comment. Anybody else in the audience have a comment? Go ahead.
To answer the question, I guess, I believe that there's someone designed. We can have all of those characteristics in one person. But if I can go from a biblical standpoint, I believe that God has somebody molded for each of us. So as far as all of those characteristics, I mean, if we patiently wait and if we give our desires to God and he knows what we want, that somebody who has all of those characteristics can be in our lives.
Well, God knows what we want. However, he has a plan, and what we want may not be what he wants for us. So we may think we need somebody to shop and do all that, but he may say, I need somebody that may cook your food, and he may have something totally different in mind than what we're looking for. Maybe that's why we keep going after the wrong ones, because we're looking for this whole total package, this, that, and the other, and we're not going to get it because we're looking for 4 different things, and I have not seen any of that in one person yet. Oh, I'm sorry, I went there, but no, there's not. So
can I touch on what you say? I totally agree with you. I think that when it comes to finding somebody, or when it comes to, in terms of your point, in terms of training, I think people are who they are. And when you meet somebody, the foundation of who you meet and how they approach you and how you approach them and how y'all interact is how it's going to be. Now, at the end of the day, obviously, telling someone your likes and dislikes is one thing. If someone's interested in you, then he's going to take heed, just like you will, to providing those things for you. But as far as one man, I think, that possesses all those things, I always tell everybody that I know, you make a list of the things that you really want. And out of those 10 things, if you find 3 or 4, you pick out the ones that are most important to you. And when you meet somebody, if they match those 3 or 4 at the top of your list, then you need to recognize and kind of say, okay, they may not have all 10. That don't mean that they're never going to have all 10. That just means they don't have 10 right now. But the 3 that matter to me the most, those are the ones I'm going to focus on. Those are the ones I'm going to say, okay, you know what? I'm the type of person that looks at the glass as half full instead of half empty. I'm going to work with those 3 things, because those other 7, they're going to come later on. And if they don't, then I'm going to be happy with the 3 that I have.
So I just think that brings us back full circle. And the original question was, did we really agree with Steve Harvey that those were the 4 things that we're looking for? So as I sat here and I listened to everybody, and I kind of started thinking about whether or not those are the 4 things that I'm looking for. I mean, yeah, I do want somebody that can put it down, but really, Danielle can take care of herself and a couple of other people. So do I really care whether or not he can take care of me? I mean, but that's not number 1 that's not number 1 on my list. I mean, do I want a bum that I'm going to be pulling around for the rest of my life? No. But am I looking at you to be making millions? No, because I got this. But, but am I looking for somebody who's going to really support me as I try to grow my business, who's really going to be there when I'm having that hard day and I feel like, I want to go post on somebody? Am I going to look, I'm looking for somebody, look, I don't know nothing about no babies, but I want one. So somebody got to be knowing what to do, because I ain't never changed a diaper in my life. So, look, we got to get together. There's some things we got to share here.
You are a very aggressive woman. Now, do you approach a possible mate like you're approaching everybody on this show?
Oh, I don't.
Because you're going to scare brother.
We're going to have a
straight
conversation
up
about that one right there.
With that said,
oh, no.
Wait, hold on. We got to go to break right now. This is
oh no.
Go to break and single on a Saturday night. We're going to come back and we're going to answer that question. Does Danielle look to that? Let's go to break. Single on Saturday night.
Special thanks to Q's Hair Boutique, located at 5815 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, PA.
Q's Hair Boutique is a full-service salon providing the star treatment for any occasion. Please don't look any further for your next hair appointment. Call Q's Hair Boutique. That's 215-668-9800. In true celebrity fashion, Austin Photography snapped beautiful candids of all the single on a Saturday night group. Austin Fine Photography is located at 4221 Main Street. If you would like to feel like a star, please call Austin Fine Photography at 267-297-7895. This program is brought to you by the following sponsors. Do you want to advertise your product or your service or your event right here in between the hottest show in America? Give us a call at 215-843-1984. Give us a call. If everything's a go, we'll have your commercial advertised on the next show.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. This is Pastor Michael Heath, Senior Pastor of Living Waters Ministries in Collingdale, Pennsylvania, with your 1 minute of inspiration right here on Urban Expressions. We all feel the squeeze of the economic difficulties living in this country. Things are not the way that they were. Many of us understand that while prices go up, salaries are not being increased. Many of us are being laid off. Many foreclosures and many problems, many things happening. But I have some good news for you in the midst of this economic troubling times. The Bible says that in the midst of the famine, God will always keep his people. And a famine is when there is a lack of something. In biblical days, the famine would be the lack of grain and the lack of food. Well, we in America are in the midst of an economic famine. Money is scarce and resources are even scarcer. But the awesome thing is that we serve a God that is able to keep us in the midst of the famine. So if you want to learn how to, in the midst of this economic famine, continue to increase your finances and continue to live in a way that pleases God and you're able to take care of yourself, join us every 3 p.m. at Living Waters Ministries. If you can meet us in the main sanctuary of the Collingdale First Church of the Nazarene, 212 McDade Boulevard, Collingdale, Pennsylvania. Check us out online at www.livingwaterspa.org. Come to Living Waters and let the wave overtake you.
It's getting hot in here, single on a Saturday night, but I have to thank some people who definitely make this happen. DJ Romy Rome and DJ Greg Nice, they provided the sound, and Music Industry Designs provided the single on a Saturday night banner. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone that's here. Now, it got hot, heated before the break, and wait a minute, I'm gonna have to pass the mic to you because the question was posed to you. All right, what was that question again?
Well, the question was, do you approach a possible mate with all that aggressiveness?
Well, actually, I think the young lady on the end told me she wanted to answer first, but I can come back to that.
Hey, we just talking now. Don't get
scared now. Don't get scared.
Well, the question wasn't directed at me, but I think everybody is who they is. She's just an aggressive woman. She's a type A personality. I'm a type A personality. I can understand that. Yeah. And I think that when it comes to men and approaching men, I think you have to be who you are. And if a man doesn't like that type A personality, then he don't need to be that man for you.
Yeah, well, maybe sometimes
because maybe he's not that one. It's the one that actually, I'm not saying that you got to be aggressive in everything that you do, but who you are is who you are, and who you want is who you want. And what you want is what you want. And when you approach that, when you let someone know that, when you're forthright with it.
Really, I think that.
Look, I'm sorry, I agree with that. I was married for 25 years, excellent marriage, okay? But you have to grow and learn, and you can't be aggressive with men all the time. You have to learn to have a softer side, we as women, okay? And I even had to learn that. When I was young, I had to learn that because most of my friends, they had the more softer side. I was more the hardcore, but that scared men away. You don't do that. We are, as women, we do have a softness to us. And
I don't think I was saying that in terms of being aggressive, that you don't have to be soft.
But your attitude, you have to have a better attitude to be approachable. Because if you're not approachable,
the issue has to be really of being able to be approached. That's the issue.
Right.
And if a man can't approach you, then you won't never know what you're going, what to expect. Like
That's right.
If I can't approach you because, you know, you're a career-minded woman,
Right.
you have it all,
Right.
and, you know, society has given you a lot more opportunities than many, you know, black men, you know, maybe, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, you should be able to allow some men who are doing things or trying to do things in society to be able to approach you. If he can't approach you, you would never know. And that's probably why a lot of women are single on Saturday night right now.
And that's why they, and that's why a lot of, right. And
I'm going to jump in here now because this is absolutely directed at me.
And he's right. That's why a lot of women are single. He's right.
No, I'm going to answer this one now because it's absolutely directed at me. And I'm going to tell you, there's some people in here that don't know me from a can of paint other than how I sit here and what I portray have made a whole bunch of assumptions. And that's the same way that it happens with men out in the world. Because basically what you're saying is, or what I heard and what I understood, is that you think that people have a problem approaching me. And I would think that most of the folks here would tell you, versus some other people who were in here, I pretty much spoke and greeted everyone in here. I want to know, how is your day? How are you? What can I do for you today? How can I help you? How can I make your day better? So I'm just going to say that in general, I am very, very approachable. And actually, as a result, you would be very surprised. Men all the time tell me, you're nothing like I assumed you would be. You're nothing like I thought you would be. And that's why I am happily dating, because I date a lot. I'm approached a lot. And on the other side of that is, I'm not one of the people that thinks that what you do is who you are. I care less, okay? I am Dr. Danielle Patterson, Esquire, because I went to a whole bunch of schools, okay? That don't have nothing to do with how I feel when I wake up in the morning or how I put my shoes on. You know what? I done dated trash men. I done dated reformed drug dealers. I done helped them reform and get expunged. And I can tell you that every man, when I left him, he was better off when I left him than he was when I found him. So I don't have those issues. And also, and then just finally on my side there, I'm gonna tell you, just to address the young lady over here, when you talk about how you have to be, inside of a relationship, we all have to submit at some point or another. It's all about compromise. So what you see as that, you know, and I'm just gonna come back to my young lady on the end, you're absolutely right. Because you know what? There are those days that I have to be Danielle the business person, and there are those days that I wanna be Danielle the loved woman. That ain't always all the time, it ain't always at every minute, and it ain't always at every second. And I don't need to show that to everybody. So that's just my response.
Let's go to the audience, go ahead.
Comment. But you pretty much summed it all up at this point, because I too am that type A personality, and if I appear to be too strong to you and you find it that you can't approach me, then you're not the person that's going to come and tame this aggression. Just me being aggressive. So that means don't even think about you. It goes back to what I said in the last taping of the show we were having. You have to have a conversation. You have to open up a dialogue to find out exactly where one is. Until you do that, you're going to assume all day long. So just like us women being single on a Saturday night, you guys are going to be single on a Saturday night also.
No. Pass the mic. Anybody?
I have a
Nobody else
comment.
had a comment?
I have a comment.
I got a comment. This comment directed towards Danielle. Can you help me get my record expunged, boo?
I sure can, boo. But you know what? You ain't never contact me again through Facebook, so you had to holler at your girl.
I have a comment. Shelly, I have a comment. I just want to say on the flip side of that, you know, there are women out here who are, I guess, too nice and too sweet and too, you know, and sometimes they have a tendency to get taken advantage of. Like, you need that balance of aggressiveness as well as, you know, kindness and niceness, so it has to balance out.
Absolutely. Somebody else has a comment?
Yeah, with aggression, you definitely need balance, because I don't want no pushover woman.
We didn't hear nothing you said. It's not a mumble. You got to say it again. Bring it down.
I said with aggression, you definitely have to be balanced, because I don't want no pushover woman. So you definitely, it's a time and place for everything.
So that's a man who wants an aggressive woman. But you have something?
Yeah, the only thing that I was going to say, pertaining to the way you first meet somebody, a lot of times that sets the foundation for how the relationship is going to go. And the only issue with, and I agree with what the ladies are saying, we all have to be ourselves, but if you enter a relationship making the man, you know, fight for everything that he gets and fight for dominance in the relationship, that's going to set the tone for what's going to continue to happen throughout the relationship. So as everybody's saying, there has to be that balance. And part of the dating process is getting to know who that person is. Again, part of the problem is, and not to get ahead on topic, but we jump into committed, serious relationships. We have sex, all these kind of things too fast. We allow the relationship to escalate too fast before getting to know that person and finding out, is that the person for me? Can that person handle me? Again, going back to my previous comment, you know, because whoever you connect with ought to add to who you are. They ought not ever take away from you. But just like a woman doesn't want a man who, like the brother said, is a pushover, a man doesn't want a woman that says, okay, you the man, make a decision, and then every time I make a decision, you tell me why my decision is wrong. Can't have it both ways.
Absolutely. One more comment, and then we're going to have to wrap it up, go to another break.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm the oldest one here or not. But the one problem that we majorly have with relationships is because of how society has portrayed it. And so when you have that look that the man is here and the woman's there, and even though you know, we're trying to equalize it, but men still have that attitude, and women are still trying to get up to where they're supposed to be. But in actuality, we were never designed to be that way. When God made us, he made us to be equal, and it was supposed to be face to face all the time. But because society has said this is this and that's that, and created that hierarchy, we take that hierarchy into our homes, and that's why when women meet guys and men meet women, you still have that thing in the back of your mind. And it makes it very hard and very difficult to date and to find the one that's for you. Because you guys, you think you're the man and the buck stops with you. And you women think, I'm smart enough and I can handle this. And so we both go in with those negative attitudes. But if you go in with the attitude that this is my counterpart, this is my other part of me, and have that, guess what? It'll make it so much more easier. And that's why you find relationships where people have been married for years and years and years and years and years because they recognize that. So think about that now and use that for your future.
Okay, I think we're on our way to get married, right? We got it, we got it. We have to wrap it up, go to a break. Any last comments before we got 1 more minute? Any last comments? All right, go ahead. Make it quick.
Now, you know, this is for you. I've been waiting to say this for a long time now. You know, if I was to approach you and you came off with that attitude, I would just walk off and say she should be ashamed of herself. You know, because, you know, a man deserves a woman that's soft. Okay, give her the mic.
No, I just want to know which attitude. Because again, I was just...
Well, the attitude, it's like a hostile attitude. I don't know if you see it. Sometimes people don't see it. You know?
No, she doesn't.
Please agree with me. Please agree with me.
It's just the weak men that can't take it. It's what it is.
I debate this. I debate this.
Come on, there's nothing wrong with her. You just weak. That's just weakness.
I love women. Don't get me wrong. That's all I love.
It's a weakness, Bill.
I just know you need to be soft. You know, intimate with your man. You know, you can. It's cool to have sex. You know, it's cool. I just want to let you know that. Thank you. I love you guys. I love you guys.
Okay.
What? Please erase that comment.
Well, apparently, wait a minute, just so I understand, apparently I'm hostile and aggressive, but I'm cool to have sex with, because apparently it's warm and moist on the inside. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I love you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, with that said, we're going to go to a break. Thank you, everybody. Just wrap this edition of Single on a Saturday night. The next topic is coming. Just stay tuned, and we will see you in a minute. Single on a Saturday night. Woo, woo.
Turn that up, yeah.